Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. Today I want to quickly demonstrate how to create a cool interactive Google Slides presentation where students have to click on a particular object and based on their responses they'll get feedback. So to demonstrate what it will look like, let me just show you in the present mode. So first of all, you'll notice that no matter where I click on this slide, I'm not advancing to the next one because the objective is for students to click on an object. So in this case, I want you to click on an object that the object that does not belong based on the beginning sound. So clearly we know that Apple would be an incorrect response. So if I click here, the students will be advanced to this slide which wants them to try again and again. If you click anywhere, you'll notice that it's not going to advance because we want them to click in this box. So if we click try again, it reverts to the original slide. If I click on the correct response, you'll notice that it sends me to this one and it plays an audio sound. And once again, if I click anywhere, it's not going to advance, but if I click on the red go on button, it goes to the next picture again. So let me demonstrate how to do this. First, you need to create your template. So I have my picture slide. So this is the slide that they're going to be interacting with. And then I have my two feedback slides. This is my try again slide. So once you click on this slide, I want them to go back to the first one. And if they when they click on this slide, I want them to move on to the next slide. So utilize the slide linking feature to utilize this. So first of all, again, I want my students to click on the picture that does not belong. In this case, alligator would be the incorrect response because this one begins with a different sound than the others. So let me start linking my objects. You have to link every object that you have on your slide that has to be linked to a slide. So for example, all of the incorrect responses, when I click on an incorrect response, I want it to go to this slide. When I click on a correct response, I want it to go to this slide. And if I click anywhere on the slide, I want the students to stay on this slide. So let's get started. In this case, I'm going to click this because alligator is the correct response. So I want, if you click on alligator, you must be advanced to slide 9. So I'm going to insert a link. I can click on this icon or I can use my keyboard shortcut, which is Control K for PCs, Command K for Apple. I insert and I'm going to click slides in this presentation and I'm going to go to slide 9 and I click apply. In this case, this would be an incorrect response. So I'm going to link this to slide 8. Likewise, okay, good. Now all of my pictures are linked to a particular slide. In order to prevent students from clicking anywhere in the blank spaces and advance to the next slide, I'm going to insert a shape. And in this case, it'll just be a rectangle. And I'm going to cover the entire slide. Make sure no part is peeking out. And then I'm going to link this shape because this is now a different object. I'm going to link this object to this slide. So I want you to stay on this slide. So I'm going to link it to slide 7. Because this is slide 7. And I'm going to order it by sending it to the back. So now Let me just demonstrate quickly. If the students click anywhere, they will not advance to the next slide. And if they click on the incorrect response, they will click it, but I haven't linked this as yet, so this is not going to work. So let me show you what that looks like. Now, I'm going to link this because if they click on this object, I want them to stay on this slide. So I'm going to link this again. Here, I'm going to link this because I want them to go back to slide 7. Also, these are two separate objects. These two shade, this is an object by itself and this is an object. So I'm going to group them so that they can move as one. So I click here and I go to arrange and I'm going to group them. So now it's going to move as one object. And again, I'm going to cover this slide with a shape. Link it to its own slide, which is slide 8. And I send it to the back. And now, same thing here. I want to link this to the next slide, which would be slide 10. I want this object to stay right here. I want you to stay right here if you click on this object. So I link it back to its own slide. And I'm also going to insert a shape to cover up this entire slide. I'll link it to its own slide, which is slide 9. Okay. So now let's just test it out to make sure that it's working. So I click on present. And again, I click, nothing happens. So if I click here, I click, nothing happens. I click to go back. I click on the correct response. Click go on. And that's it. Now to share this with your students to make sure that it's already in presentation mode, you can click on File, Publish to the Web. Then you're going to click on Publish. You will click OK. And you will copy the link, which is Command C or Control C. And that's the link you're going to share with your students. So I'm going to test this out in an incognito window. And you see it comes in full screen. Thank you.